this is not quite message to market match. However, what this is an example of how to get massive free publicity for your products or services by just creating a clever wow factor and then promoting that wow factor to the media, both offline and online. Now, as you know, I wrote a little book some time ago called The Wow Manifesto. And inside this little book, which basically, I guess, showcases the last 15 or so years of all my best marketing ideas, in this little book, there happens to be a chapter on wow factor, or wow factors. And what I say in that chapter is that if you are able to promote the fact that you're the biggest or the smallest or the tallest or the shortest or the thinnest or the fattest or whatever it may be in your industry, then that's an organic wow factor in itself. You see, we talk about artificial wow factors and we talk about organic wow factors. The iPhone has a whole bunch of organic wow factors in that product. Rubik's Cube has an organic wow factor in that product. But if you're a hardware store and you're taking on Bunnings, then you better make sure that your wheelbarrow comes with a free shovel. Otherwise, you're never going to beat Bunnings because they're going to sell their wheelbarrows for less than you. Now, I've got a classic case of a Gold Coast Australian business that I came across in our Facebook feed. And let me just show you what that looks like. And I'm going to play this to you. This is a wow factor on steroids. This is a guy who's really nailed it and had top billing on Channel 7 News, would you believe? I'm just going to play it, and the rest of the story you will see as it goes live, okay?
Jason Torkins was born and bred to bake. For more than 15 years, he's worked at Miami Hot Bread. Now, he's trying something new.
3 kilo food challenge, because that's exactly what it is.
First, the biggest brekkie roll...
I think we need one more egg, honey.
...imaginable.
So we've got 6 eggs and about 11, 12 rashers of short-cut bacon.
All piled into one colossal cob of bread. And for dessert... yes, that's a giant donut, smeared with Nutella and filled with whipped cream or custard, weighing in at a whopping 1.2 kilograms. Good luck dusting that off.
And voila.
All washed down with an 800 millilitre milkshake.
What a ripper.
For $25.
So they can finish it in half an hour, it's free.
And this morning, that's exactly what these two burly blokes dared to do. With the timer ticking, John and Beau went toe-to-toe with breakfast. With 10 minutes to go, one competitor crumbled.
I think I failed.
Before the donut defeated the other.
Okay, time up.
The 3 kilo challenge claiming its latest casualties.
I've had 4 big guys come and challenge it. I've welcomed many big guys or small guys, I reckon they can do it.
Boosting belly sizes and business.
Make a bit more money, make a bit more dough.
Mac Lyons, 7 Gold Coast News.
There you go. It's that easy. It's that easy. Now, you know, the owner of that Miami bakery is obviously someone who thinks outside the square. But, you know, it's not that hard. His target audience clearly are tradies, okay? They're the guys that are out concreting, or they're sparkies, or they're plumbers, and they're looking for a good hearty breakfast. So he's actually teased them and said, look, we're going to give you a free breakfast if you can actually finish it. And he knows it's pretty unlikely they're going to get through the... Did you see the size of that donut? With Nutella. Oh, I hate Vegemite and Nutella. I just couldn't. That would make me throw up, to be honest with you. But anyway, tradies being tradies, I mean, we all know, you know, that there's a good chance that many of them have that greasy hamburger with egg and bacon for breakfast and, you know, sort of washed down with a gigantic milkshake or can of Coke. And then, of course, maybe a Peter Jackson 50 cigarettes. For the audience that he's going for, clearly is tradies. And guess what? He made sure that that news got out to the media. Channel 7 picked it up and have given him massive TV coverage. Now, I don't know what the end result of that has been. It's just been recently, so therefore I can't tell you what the result of that is. But I can say to you that that's the way to attract massive publicity and at the same time sell a whole bunch of product, because he knows in his heart of heart that it's very, very unlikely that those tradies are going to get through that breakfast. So therefore, they're going to pay him $25 and they're going to obviously walk away. You see that he put the leftovers in a takeaway box, so it's not like they're going to waste it. They'll take that away with them and probably have it for morning tea with a cigarette. Just very, very clever. So if you can think of ways that you can not only, attract the right audience with a wow factor, but also once you've done that, exploit it even further by getting that message out through social media or through mainstream media, because that thing, by the way, is taken off online throughout Facebook and Instagram and everything else. So therefore, he's actually been able to extract incredible PR and publicity out of that, both online and offline. So your challenge is think of a way that you can actually, in a tasteful sort of way. Now, you might say, oh, come on, JD, look at the size of that donut with all that Nutella on it. That's not tasteful. Yes, it is for his audience, okay? It might not be for someone who's living at Sanctuary Cove or Sovereign Islands or someone who's living in Mossman in Sydney. That's not their cup of tea, but that's not the audience that this bakery's after. This bakery is after blokey tradesmen who want a good hearty breakfast, and that's going to get their attention. Now, he won't run that promotion forever, but the fact is there's a hell of a lot of tradesmen now that have actually heard about his bakery who may not have ever heard of him before, who are going to call in there, regardless of whether that promotion is still going. So think about it yourself. How can you actually have a wow factor around your products or services? And once you actually get traction for that wow factor to your target or with your target audience, how do you take that the next step and highlight that to the media, both online and offline? Gosh, I nearly forgot to tell you about my webinar. If you enjoyed this, then you might like to watch my webinar, which concentrates on showing you how to attract avalanche leads to your business. Now, that's either to your website or to your landing page or to your bricks and mortar business. I've been in the game of attracting leads for company owners for many, many years. And so I've put together a formula, and that formula I've called the Avalanche Leads Formula. And what I've done in this webinar, which goes for just over an hour, is that I provide you with that formula, that system, okay? So therefore you'll be able to just swipe it and use it in your business. So if you enjoyed what you saw here, then you might like to straight away go to wowmysales.com and you can watch the webinar straight away. It's not one of those where you give your details and then we annoy you with 1,000 emails over the next 24 hours. You can watch it straight away. So therefore, when you go to wowmysales.com, you can just watch that webinar immediately on demand, no waiting, and you can scoop up more of this stuff that you can use in your business. Now, why am I doing this? Because I figured that if I actually provide these free pieces of advice to you, then when you need help in the future to attract clients to your business, you might like to knock on our door and we can give you a hand. It's called sampling. That's what this is all about. So hopefully you will enjoy it. And at some time when you do need some help, well, you know where we are. So if you'd like to go right now, you can watch it straight away to wowmysales.com. It'll have a particular emphasis on online marketing and a particular emphasis showing you how to master Facebook ads. I show you a formula which I've called the two-step sell formula, and it has worked over and over and over again for many of my clients. So if you're interested in making your Facebook ads work, then you might like to get there straight away and have a look at this. It's at wowmysales.com. It's a free webinar and you can watch it straight away.